Hi, we're here at Speedfest here at Brands Hatch, and I'm joined to my right, the amazing Michelle Fredericks, and to my left, the fabulous Kezia Gill. Hello, guys.
Hi. Hello.
Now, before we get started, because this is going to be mainly about Michelle, Kezia has got a few words to say. We're going to talk about, what it's like as an artist working with Michelle, and just, general chit chat. So, what is it like, Kezia, working with the likes of this wonderful, wonderful woman?
Well, as an artist, you work with a lot of photographers, and I think what's nice about someone like Michelle is you establish a friendship.
Yeah.
She gets to know you as an artist. So sometimes, she'll come early just so we can have a half an hour chat.
Yeah.
And it's so important because she'll put you at ease. I mean, we've done both live and studio work. She'll just put me at ease. I don't like being photographed. I find it quite awkward.
Yeah.
And you think, well, where do we put your arm and stuff like that? And someone like Michelle, she just puts you at ease, and then you become friends over time, and then it's just like having a buddy with you. And the beauty of it is you don't mind making a fool of yourself in front of your mates. Whereas
exactly.
I think if you were with a stranger, you'd feel like conscious of yourself. Oh, did I just embarrass myself? I've got myself into right embarrassing scrapes with this woman, and she just laughs it off. And she's like, "You're fine, you're fine." And that positive reinforcement. You look great. Your hair looks great. You look fab.
Yeah.
And that, as an artist, that's what I want, because I'm thinking in my head, I don't look fab, and she's telling me I do. And that's why, when I have these events, she's the first person I ring.
Yeah, I mean, but it's great, because you got the likes of Lloyd, that'll, he's always there to support you.
Yeah.
But to have a lovely, lovely female on the side as well, it kind of gives that extra,
It does help. It does help to have a girl, because as well, Lloyd's not thinking, your hair's gone a bit flat, or you've got lipstick on your teeth. He's not worried about that.
He's got a very biased view as well.
Well, I'm beautiful in every way.
Exactly.
But
you are.
Not only have you got that feminine touch and that personal touch, but she's really good at what she does.
Oh,
she's a professional, and she will say, "Hang on a minute, the light's not right," or "Wait a minute, the frame rate's not right," and it means nothing to me, but she knows what she's doing, and she knows that she's got a limited amount of time to get the best product. So that's what we do. That's how we roll.
Yeah, no, that's
and
perfect.
we've got the most beautiful shots. We've got some incredible shots together.
She sent me shots, and I've been like,
shots.
"Damn!"
beautiful shots. But she's easy. She makes it easy, and that is the thing we do. Like, we have fun. And I think the essence of it is fun, and as long as you can have fun, and then we do the whole thing of, well, let's try it, and at the end of the day, if it doesn't work, no one's going to see it, but thankfully it always works, so it works out really well,
and that's why I love working with her.
Yeah. Now, final, just to switch it the other way around, Michelle, what's it like working with Kezia then? In terms of
incredible. She is an incredible artist, and I absolutely love her music. I love her work ethic. I listen to her music all the time. I was telling her today, and I will talk to everyone about Kezia and be like, this girl is incredible, and she's got such a nice energy, and she's just taken me in, and I feel like we're family, and we we haven't known each other that long, but we've got a really long road ahead of us together, and I think she's an incredible artist, and I can't wait for the world domination that is coming her way, because she's got massive things happening, and I just want to go along for the ride, and it's going to be amazing to watch her achieve her dreams, and to capture that and capture the stuff that we've got now, and to see where she's going is going to be incredible. We were at the C2C, and she blew the roof off that place, so it's very exciting to work with her, and she has amazing ideas, and she looks like that, so it makes my job so easy.
You know what though, they say, don't they, if it's not on Facebook, it didn't happen.
Exactly.
And if I can do the best show of my life. If I ain't got something to put on Facebook, then it meant nothing.
Exactly.
That's where the photographer comes in.
It's all about the content.
And we need to have our selfie beforehand
Always,
and after, to share. So that's like it's a real friendship, and it's amazing to find something that you can work with your friends with, and having incredible experiences at the same time. She's incredible. So that's she really is.
Well, Kezia, I know you got lots to do, so what I'll do is I'll let you jump off. Hopefully we'll get a chat later on the show. So see you later.
Yes.
We've known each other for a few years now.
Yes.
By passing, by bumping into each other, and more recently with your amazing work that you do with Willa May.
Oh yes, Willa May, she's my girl.
Absolutely incredible.
Yes.
Just for everybody out there, Willa May is part of Diamonds and Whiskey. They've just been over here on their tour, and you've been the main person behind the whole kind of logistics of everything.
Yeah, so they stayed with me, and I drive them around from everywhere, from town to town, and I love working with Willow. Again, she's become a real best friend of mine, and she champions me and I champion her. Like, she managed to get me into Madison Square Gardens to photograph, and she's incredible, and her work ethic is incredible, and she's very loyal to her friends, and she looks after me, and she's come into my life in the last year, and she's enhanced my life in ways that I never seen possible, you know, and she's really taken me under her wing, and we've become the best of friends. And to watch her going from strength to strength is incredible. And she's coming over here and she's trying to break through them barriers that it's very hard for an American artist to come here. And I get the best work with her. I get amazing photos, and she's a real joy to work with.
I mean, it's fascinating her kind of like style of music as well, because country music in the UK, you know, it's in the past 5-10 years, it's really started to ramp up. And her country is very much swamp country. It's very much this grungy rock style, which is very much a difficult genre in its own right. You know, that kind of like rocky side. And to mix it in with country in a genre that's only just growing up. But watching her like Buckle and Boots, and
she was incredible. Buckle and Boots,
fantastic.
It was amazing.
Country on the Coast as well.
I felt a little bit. I have to say, I was so proud, because I've been telling everyone about Willa May and how incredible she is, and like you have to come and see her. You have to, and actually anyone watching, you have to come and see Willa May, and she is incredible. And I've been chewing everyone's ears off about her for a very long time. And I felt like at Buckle Boots, I was so proud. I was like, literally, I stood there, and it was like a mic drop moment of like,
she's
I told
here.
you how awesome she is, and she just came out and she nailed it, and she was incredible, and everyone enjoyed it. Like, you were there, Voice of a Woman was there, and the crowd were like in it. They were all waving, and it was an incredible moment for me to be like, that's my friend up there, and she just nailed it, and it was mic drop, you know. So it's really lovely. And also, like, Kezia was watching in the audience, and Jade was watching, and I think that's lovely when other artists come out and they support artists.
Exactly, you know? And that's what it's about. We're all one
so
big,
nice,
you know,
so nice.
As cliche as it is, we are one big family
we are
here.
Really, literally, it's one big family, and
that goes for all aspects as well. You know, not just the artists, not just us as podcasters, but photographers as well. In terms of photography, how did you really get into, like, you know, photography in its sense of
it's really interesting.
Music and...
I've loved photography all my life, but I never thought I was any good at it. And I worked in music since I was 19. When I was 19, my first job was with George Michael. And I worked with him on Unplugged. And even then, I had a little camera with me, and I was told by his people I couldn't have my camera out, so I didn't get my camera out. And then one day we were backstage, and he was like, Michelle, what are you doing? And I said, oh, we're just taking pictures. And he was like, oh, get in. And then he got in, and I took pictures of him and my sister-in-law. It was the first photo she'd ever had with him. And
really?
She'd worked with him for years. Like she sang on Father Figure, and she sang on Freedom. She'd never had a picture with him. So the first pictures that she took with George, I took. So which is really nice. So back then I loved photography, but I was never, you know, I was never like, oh, I could be a photographer. And then I've worked in the music industry for years, and always doing production or tour managing and things like that in the background. And in lockdown, I said to my sister-in-law, I'd really like to try something different. And she said to me, why don't you do photography? Like, you're great at it. And I was like, really? So I was like, okay. So, you know, my husband very nicely got me a camera, and I gave it a try, and I was like, well, let's see how it goes. And thankfully, everyone, it's just been word of mouth, and I find I turn up and I work with people, and they just enjoy working with me and my energy, and it's just gone from strength to strength, and it's literally been word of mouth, and I've not had to cold call anyone or chase anyone down. The only person I chased down was Rachel Croft, and I was like, I want to photograph that girl, she's insane. So I found where she was playing, and I went and met her, and I was like, look, I really want to photograph you. And now me and Rachel are like the best of friends, and we've just filmed a second music video together.
That's
and,
incredible.
Yeah, and she really thinks outside the box, and I love how she thinks. And I get some of the best pictures with her, like, they're incredible. And I just feel so lucky. And then Black Deer took me on as their official photographer, and the seal of approval from Black Deer and from Jill has been immense. Like, I mean, and I said to Jill, I will never underestimate her seal of approval and what that's done for me in my photography. Because I think as soon as you get taken on by somebody like that, and they can see that, you know, someone like Jill believes in you, that takes you another step. And then the artists come in, and then the artists believe in you, and it kind of goes from strength to strength. And I feel so lucky, and I still feel like major imposter syndrome, like I'm just turning up and I'm pressing the button and I'm lucky. And then the girls are like, but you're so more than lucky, like your pictures are incredible, and we don't get shots like that. And that is all I need to hear, you know. And so
I think that's one thing that I've always loved about your photography as well, is you do take a different angle. You go that extra little step. Particularly, I mean, I was looking, you know, I was just scrolling through Facebook the other day and looking at the photos that you took of Alfie Boe. I mean, some incredible shots there that they used in the covers and stuff like that.
He had a re-release of his album, and there was 7 photos in that re-release, pictures I've got, and I had 6. So I was like, wow, the only picture I didn't have was the cover, because he'd already done the shoot, you know. But I was like, that's pretty incredible. 6 photos in an Alfie Boe album. I'm happy with that, you know.
You really have made it, and it's great to see you go from strength to strength to strength. And it's great to see you here as well.
Too.
And
yes, this is great. I mean, Kezia asked me to come today, and Brooke Law asked me to come today, and I feel like, you know, I've made a real family with everyone that I work with, and it's just been so fun. And it's so nice to turn up and I know everyone, and I'm like, hi, how are you doing? You know, I've still got no voice. This is week 9 of this terrible voice. I'm not quite sure what's going on with it, but you know, but yeah, I just love it, and I actually love what I do, and I found something that I'm good at, and I think that's all we want, is you want to find something that you're good at and something that you love, and it's really enhanced my life and changed it for the better, you know. And I just I'm here for it. So if any artists want to work with me, please message me, send me a message, and I'll be there.
Well, that is the next thing. So if people do want to work with you, if people want to even view your photos or you in general, where can they find you?
So I'm on Facebook as Michelle Fredericks Photography. I'm on Instagram with the same name, and my website is michellefredericksphotography.com.
Amazing.
So
Thank you so much, Michelle.
Thank you, Dom.
It's been an actual pleasure having you here,
I appreciate that. Really nice.
I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Speedfest.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.